far from these lands. In the shadows and the stories of the promised land. Now to take our place beyond.
Welcome back, everybody, to day 12 of the 2025 Cyto Path2Pro Combine. My name is Yanni. That's DBZ Freak. Wow, it has been a great time, as always, getting to watch some of the best and brightest that North American Tier 2 and Tier 3 has to offer. For those who might not know, last year's Combine was very successful, featuring players like Zamuto, Darkwings, and Scary Jerry, all of which were a part of Tier 1 play this year. Who's going to be next? DBZ Freak? The draft is already over. Well, here's why. We're doing a three-block scrim. We're doing a three-block scrim, just one of them. The first two games are going to be the KT Rollster versus Team Secret Whales draft from Worlds. That would be round 2. KT Rollster took a 1-0 victory over Team Secret Whales in 28 minutes, just over 28 minutes. And while the champions were not picked in this order, I'm going to trust that DBZ Freak has the actual order they were picked in. DBZ, tell us about this draft.
So very interesting about this draft. What's really funny too is what happened in game during it as well. So I was, watching through the game and whatnot because I didn't watch it live. I watched the VOD after the fact because Worlds is in China and I work a 9 to 5. So Lamau.
What's your excuse? I have been asleep for most of the World's games, and I've been training all year to be up for this. So that's my bad. I'm just old.
You know
I'm
what?
30.
I'm just old. So
I'm 30, man.
No, yeah, honestly, I know I feel that 31 as well. But anyways, so with what happened during the draft is KT picked the Orianna first pick for BDD, which also makes sense because that's one of BDD's better champions. And Orianna being open for a Korean mid laner usually is a death sentence for the other team anyways, because for whatever
like
reason...
leaving a zero open.
Yeah, actually it was banned, funny enough that you mentioned that, so that was banned in that game.
Shocking.
And then Secret almost said Secret Wolves. Lamau, is any old heads or any LMS old heads?
Oh yeah.
Flash Wolves, anybody? Yeah.
Yep.
But with the first pick of the Orianna, that led to the response from TSW to be the Rumble and the Jarvan, as a matter of fact. And in my head, when I was watching it, I was like, huh, okay, so we're picking a really heavy dive already with the Jarvan right now. And then there was a little bit of counter picking, quote unquote, to that with the Nico and the Caitlyn coming out of KT. So right there, you have a little bit of a smidgen of denial and like a nice little area of zoning control as well. And then the Caitlyn was picked up as well. That was what Doctim ended up playing and played pretty well on it, I will say, and went 7-1 in that game as well. So from there, it was kind of fun. I saw Secret Wales kind of like have a really strong early game, as a matter of fact. Their jungler Hisso was all over the map, just making plays from top lane, starting at top lane. He visited bot lane, I think, like 3 or 4 times or something along that line. Peter was dying a lot in that game, and it was kind of funny to see. But ultimately, KT just scaled better, ended up taking better fights, picking off members, as well as Doctum got super fed on the Caitlyn, as I mentioned earlier. And from there, I mean, KT just took over like they normally do, I guess. And it's going to be really funny. I know he said this during the break. It's going to be really funny if they potentially lose the CFO. So that's going to be always fun to see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. For the rest of the draft, over on the side of Team Secret Wales, they followed up with a Bard on R3.
Yes.
So we are picking a Bard without an AD carry right now into a Caitlyn Nico. This is a very clear signal that they were going to either go with something a little more utility based or something that could stand on its own. In response, KT took out Annie, so they didn't want the Annie Jarvan synergy on some champions that are not as mobile, right? Caitlyn does have her net, obviously, but doesn't move around super well. Neither does the Nico. They took out the Jhin, so that did leave open the Ezreal for Team Secret Wales. They went and picked that up. So again, a champion that can stand on its own, have a little bit more effective range than the Caitlyn if we're talking about hitting your max range Qs. Then KT ended the draft with an Ornn and a Trundle, and Team Secret Wales picked the Galio into it. Now, I thought that it was a pretty solid pickup synergy wise. Obviously, it's going to be really tough when you're playing this Galio going into a Trundle. But we've started to see some Galio go a little bit more damage focused as opposed to full tank. And by the end of the game, he had gone Riftmaker and Hollow Radiance. So you do have a little bit of that tankiness. Now, they are just playing the draft.
Oh,
they're not actually playing exactly how the game played out, because you would almost never see that go down in Worlds, but we did hear lots of damage coming out. Couple of program notes before I allow DBZ Freak to speak once more. We have a couple players in streamer mode because they fixed the streamer mode bug. That's Dr. Calculus up in the top lane for Team A on the blue side, and over on Team B, that's Shochi and Array at mid lane and AD carry respectively on the red side.
And I saw this yesterday when I was... Okay, actually, wait a minute. I think Cryo might be doing a little cheeky here. Maybe going to try to steal the red buff. So I'll hold that thought for a second. Should get a pretty heavy trade here, I would assume. Trundle just kind of wins this. Yeah, I think they should just go ahead and back off here. Orn is going to be here in visit, so Denethor going to be, or Dr. Calculus rather, going to be big and threatening on this Orn, you know, backing them off, forcing the Jarvan out of the red buff. But anyways, yeah, it's actually nice that they fixed streamer mode, which is really cool. I saw it yesterday in one of the games I was casting, and I was worried because I didn't know if it had been fixed or not, but it has, so thank you, Riot Games, for that one. As we're here in the bottom lane, this is going pretty much how it went in the KT TSW game. It was pretty like on par with like bullying out the Karma. I almost said Karma for some reason because Caitlyn Karma is a pretty classic combo, but the Caitlyn Nico rather, you know, getting poked out because Bard can be obnoxious. Those stuns are deadly, especially when they land just so rightly. And from here, we're kind of glancing around the map. It's your typical, just a little bit of poke war. Huge damage there, though, down on
Bit of a poke war,
Bard.
for sure.
My word. Okay, so Bounty is hurting. We're eating forward as well, and Mobility is
Oh my God.
taking a lot of damage as well. The barrier was held, though, so really strong discipline there from Mobility to hold the barrier, knowing that it could come in handy in a little bit. But I have to say, this is a lot more action than I remember seeing in the KT Secret Whales game, because they had 3 kills, I think, by like 9 minutes or something. But right now, we're 2 minutes in, we're getting a lot of poke down, and these teams are ready to brawl.
No doubt, my friend. Here we go.
Oh,
There's a
whoa,
taunt
whoa, whoa.
gank, and they're going to easily pick up first blood. Great
Does he
stuff
get this?
there.
He
Meanwhile, on the
actually does.
bottom lane.
Oh
Oh
my
my God,
God.
he gets the kill.
He gets
and he crashes
2.
back in. Array, you're crazy.
Okay, Array, we're feeling it. We're feeling it. 3 kills right off the bat. Really funny, I just said, in the series, or the game between KT and TSW, they had 3 kills in 9 minutes. We're at 3 kills in 3 minutes. And crucially, they secured the feat of warfare as well. So really an early pull to get that feat of strength going for them. So that's already 1 up. So I think from here, this is the Jarvan classic. A friend of mine once said that Jarvan really does a couple of camps and then ganks. And what happened? Still has most of his top side up. So did all of his bot side, ganked mid, didn't get the flash out of the Orianna though, which I think that's fine. Hold on a
Nice
second.
little trade coming out here, and he's going to step on that ward. So hang on, Crystal knows that he can't really do too much more.
What
at
is
this
Bard
point. We have
doing
Bounty
here?
showing up, landing a nice stun. We'll see if Cryer is able to turn this one around, but it looks like everything will be all right in the end, DBZ Freak. Much ado about pretty much nothing. One thing I do want to note before we hang on, he put himself in a weird spot. This is a double taunt that's going to go off here.
Awkward.
They're not going to get onto the Ori, but it is pretty solid damage. Now they're going to try to turn it around to Galio, but they don't really have the health bars to be doing this. As Adam getting dangerously low. Now the rest of the squad is here to help Adam get this wave shoved, but because of Bounty's presence, it's very difficult.
Yeah, this Bard can provide a lot of pressure, and wow, we're getting a lot of action here in this
Hang on.
early game. Is okay, is it Doctor? We're good.
Charges his way out.
Okay, I was ready. I was like, oh, Dr. Calculus, what's he doing? But yep, he's gonna battle. We're making a play on the mobility here. The stun should land with no flash. Actually, does have flash.
Whoa, we're going on a tour real quick, but it's all right. Mobility does manage to stay alive. One thing to note, a small difference. Now, all the summoners are the same, all the keystones are the same, except for mobilities. Ductum went fleet footwork, mobility is opted into lethal tempo. So that is the only difference for these drafts. I mean, I guess it's not a draft difference, it's an in-game choice difference.
Yeah, I like either or on the Caitlyn actually. Fleet footwork, obviously the sustain is nice, especially into poke heavy bot lanes like this. But also the lethal tempo is nice. Wait a minute, hold on. We still have flash here, and it looks like the phase rush is procced as well. So I don't imagine. Okay, I'm a little nervous. I'm What you gonna do?
I'm surprised you
Shochi
didn't just
wants
go in for that one. Shochi, I mean, he's got no mana. Shochi could have went in a little while ago. Now he really can't. As Adam is gonna flash
that
forward.
auto.
Yep,
Oh my
that auto
God.
did not kill. And you know what's going to kill? Bounty on the other side. Picking that one up.
Wow.
Adam overstays his welcome.
Indeed, I didn't even really get a chance to like comment on the fact that the Jarvan and the Bard were roaming that way. So Shochi, you know, with the calculation in his head there, knew that he had just enough HP to get away with one more auto attack on the Orianna, and we saw Adam try to go for the kill, but it just was not enough. And when they burned the flash, easy sitting duck there in the mid lane. So right now it's about a 1,000, over 1,000 gold lead, almost 2 actually, as a matter of fact, for the side of Team B. And I know they're feeling really good about this right now, but funny enough, this is pretty much how the early game started for Secret Whales as well. So maybe we'll see. Oh, this is okay. Nope, not too much to come out of that. But this is how the game started for Secret Whales as well. And then it got to a point where KT kind of just scaled, but we're going in on to the Trundle. They're going for it.
All right, yeah, they're not going to get much out of it, though, as Adam is going to move over, be able to shield him up. This does mean the top crab is going to be secured up by the side of Team B. Now, the Dragon is available. We're not seeing any moves on it yet. We're seeing a knock on the Orianna. Taunt is there. Bard with a flash. Stun coming through. It's perfectly done. Shockwave lands on the 2.
God.
But will Adam be able to save himself? But they rolled the red carpet out on him. And Denethor, walking all the way down, picks up the kill.
Awesome. The red carpet comes through, secures another kill. We're going for this.
This is a crazy dive, but they have the damage. They just knew it.
Okay. So we did say that this is kind of a dive-heavy comp. There you go. At the same time, I think knowing that Cryar did not have flash, that they know that that's the time to go. Like, let's go ahead, secure this other kill. They didn't get any plates off of it, as we're gonna go ahead and take another look. That's that kill from earlier. Yeah, Adam thinking that they had the auto attack. Just look how barely low he was. Just having no flash, just the follow-up was just so easy from there. Just so unlucky too. It's like I've made those mistakes before myself, but we're taunting once again. Bard is here. We might make a play, but looks like it's just to get a little bit of a trade going. Now we do Bounty going forward. Ezreal is here as well. I think we're just trying to force the Orianna out so that she can't join for these grubs, which that was what I was getting ready to say was, hey, grubs are up, but we're posturing pretty heavily around this. We got the bot lane, both bot lanes here, both junglers here, mid laners are bullying each other, and we're gonna have a fun little time here around these grubbies, but they're gonna fight for it.
The Bard portal. Mixture is now forced off. Only level 5, not gonna have the Pop Blossom. Adam coming through from the backside.
Oh,
okay. Gonna be able to jump on him with that Jarvan, and the kill is gonna go over to Array and make it a 4v3. Here comes that True Shot Barrage. Big chunk damage. They're gonna secure another one. Forge got from behind, but there's that Galio ultimate. It's gonna do enough to get time to save him. Here comes Ezreal getting a little bit low.
Wow.
This gonna get taunted back in and go down. Mixture getting blown away. He's forced a flash, but there's the shutdown going to mobility, but he got stunned by a little grove, and the rest of the team is going to crumble. Team B getting an overwhelming positive win.
Absolutely overwhelmingly positive, and they get the grubs out of that situation as well. I'm staring into the abyss. Oh no. Nope, never mind. No longer into the abyss. So this is the latter half of the fight where the Galio ult comes in, and from there you see that the Ezreal Array rather is just kind of free hitting in the back, and mobility flashes forward, gets the shutdown, but you see the little grubby stuns mobility there, and it's just so unlucky. But it was a really good play for the side of Team B. They got 2 of the 3 grubs, so that puts them on track for that gives them one of the Monster Slaying feat. No one's taken the first dragon now that I'm thinking about it, so I guess they're kind of,
you know what, they don't really care about that at this point, right? You only take it if you know you really want to. If you're Team B at this point, they are firmly in control. DBZ, they're up about 4,000 gold. Again, Bounty is showing up in the mid lane, and that's the advantage you get when you give your Ezreal 2 kills at the beginning of the game. We knew this was going to be a lane early on where, you could abandon the Ezreal and he could be on his own, because we expected the Caitlyn Nico poke to be huge, right? Well, they weren't able to do much because the Ezreal got ahead early, and that's just allowed Bounty to really do what he wanted this game. I mean, he's got 8 kill participation right now, the highest on the team. It's like having a second jungler if you're team.
Quick reminder, who else plays Bard like this? I think Jungle just walk out of here. I think, yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
Okay, yeah, he's fine. Anyways, so there's a certain Bard player in Tier 1 that this is kind of reminding me of right now. What's his name? Just won LTA recently. What's his name? He's on
Bartzio?
FlyQuest. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy. So I'm getting a lot of vibes from Bounty from like how Bucio would play this champion, just being everywhere around the map, providing so much pressure. In this case, Adam really hasn't been able to play the game, sitting at 0 and 4 right now. Has flash now, but I imagine once this dragon falls and they get to the second stack of feats, that they will look towards either going for what I imagine. Well, the next Drake's going to be before Rift Herald, or after Rift Herald, so probably Rift Herald is going to be next on the agenda, or try to brute force one of these towers down if they can, because they got 2 grubs and they can do a lot of damage to it. Ornn could be potentially bullied off of here as Adam once again being taunted and taking a lot of damage. The Rumble was here, so Denethor was ready to lay the carpet down. But from there, I mean, wait, hold on. Are we good? Denethor? Nope.
Yeah,
Okay,
Denethor's 3 levels up. There's no way Mixture's walking up to that.
No, there's no way. It would be really funny to see, but we know it would not go well for the Nico. She would kind of just
not
die.
a possibility.
No, but 3,500 gold up is how far they are up right now for the side of Team B. This taunt is good. Get a little more of that damage down. So it looks like we're going towards... Oh, there's a Bartle. Hello.
Oh, no. Mobility got tagged
TP.
by the Bard ultimate.
Wait.
Mobility's still alive, though, because Denethor's overheated, but Denethor is going to be able to finish them off.
What?
They looked them off. They abandoned the AD carry. Shutdown collected by Kryra.
Okay, well, good on them to get the shutdown there, but wow, the Bard ultimate was huge. Adam once again taking a huge chunk of damage out of this Galio, but the Bard ultimate was huge. They knew Caitlyn didn't have
Here comes Kryra. He's sprinting at Shochi right now. Shockwave
Whoa.
lands on nobody. Flag and drag out. It's just a play that they could not connect on.
I like the play too, if I'm being completely honest, like from the side of Team A, because they knew once Jarvan puts the Cataclysm down, that traps him and whoever else is there, so they could get the ultimate off. Unfortunately, we got the Galio flash out of it, and then we also had Jarvan kind of just EQ out of there. So unfortunately, it gets a whole lot of nothing. But I like the idea. I just feel like if they weren't over 3,000 gold down right now, that would have been different. So right now, Team A kind of looking a little rough here in cresting over to this mid game, and oh hey, there's that Rift Herald fight again.
Throwback.
So I like it. Like honestly, like this is where the game like went very heavily in favor of Team B. So I totally get why that we're looking at this. So right now 3,000 gold up. We have turret plates getting ready to fall. I don't know. Looking around the map right now, it looks like mid has 4 plates still. Oh, has all 5. Top lane looks like has all 5. Looks like there's 4 up in bot lane, so really not much attention to these towers, which is a little funny. So whoever gets Rift Herald, I think, will be the ones to secure first tower, and that should be pretty ideal for either of these teams, getting a little bit of injection of gold. Team A would obviously love to get first turret. They know they're behind right now. They would rather get that large injection of gold and also stop the feats from going over as well for the time being. I say that because Rift Herald's up in a minute. I don't know if Team A is going to feel confident enough to fight for it. They might just give it up completely as, oh, looks like Adam is dead.
Feel confident
Nope,
enough
never
to
mind.
fight Adam, but that's because Adam's 0-4 right now. Really, really struggling this game. Has that tier fully stacked?
Bard.
I'm sure it's because he's been crying a lot. Bounty showing up to cancel that recall. His mixture shows his true form. Nico is
whoa.
dying.
Minion
He
auto?
does end up dying. What happened? I guess
been a
so.
minion auto.
Art ultimate going down and it lands
Adam.
perfectly. Adam
Nice
forced
flash.
to flash away. Shockwave lands onto Denethor, but the turret is not going to be enough. It is a 5th death for Adam.
I am not having a lot of fun right now if I'm this Orianna. I've just been perma-focused the whole game. I'm tilted, but you know what? I know who's not going to be tilted. Adam isn't going to be, but we're making a play on the mobility once again. Does have the flash available. This pillar might be huge, but no, actually does not end up stopping the Jarvan how we'd hope so. Should just be able to assist this Caitlyn to clear the wave, get access to this Rift Herald that spawned 10 seconds ago, get a little bit of prio going, see if they can try to take it. I could foresee them going for it. We do have the Nico on the top side of the map as well, but we're getting a ton of pings onto this top side, so we're in for pretty much of a banger. But there goes first tower. That does secure the feats of strength for the side of Team B, and they're right in the driver's seat and looking to keep going. Yep,
that is pretty free, and they're gonna see if Team B is going to be able to take back this Herald. It's a fight on two fronts.
Oh,
They're
I
going
like
to attack
this.
the weak part of the pincer, but they just don't do that much damage to him. They're going to be able to chase him
Galio
off, and
might be
even
dead?
if they do kill him, it's
Nice.
okay, because look what's happening on the other side. Mixture with a
Okay.
bomb blast. We're going to land onto one.
Okay.
Comes Adam. They still can't kill him. Finally,
Not okay.
they take him down, but Denethor is overheated now with
my
Ezreal
God!
in a lot of
Oh my
trouble,
God!
being chased down by Kryra. Kryra looking to finish the Herald.
Nice.
He will be able to secure it, and now he's going to move over to Bounty, trying to get him. Goes through the magical
Okay.
journey, gets the kill, but dies on the other side. Now Adam, who doesn't have a kill yet,
Shockwave's almost
definitely
up.
hunting to take out this Ezreal. He's trying to sidestep everything, though. He will get to the blast cone and blast cone himself to safety.
Honestly, for how that fight went, I think that's completely fine if you're Team A. Jarvan kind of sent it a little bit too hard, but you know, it happens. And look at what Trundle is doing, just absolutely zoning off the Ezreal. Still dies, but got the Rift Herald and I believe the Eye as well. Yeah, ended up getting the Eye. Took out Bounty there, but was traded at the end of the day. But I mean, you got the Rift Herald, you got a couple of shutdowns as well. You're still 4,000-ish gold down. But honestly, I think that's a good fight for, oh, hello. Are we in danger? We are not in danger. Okay, we're just doing Galio things and Nico things. But overall, I think if you are Team A, I think you're content with that fight. Like I said, a lot of shutdowns went over. The next Drake is alive. I don't know if you're willing to fight for this. I don't see a reason to, personally. You don't have summoners on either of your carries. I think it's okay just to give up the second Drake. We're probably gonna go late anyways with how late the second Drake is being taken. So 10 minutes from now, we might have a soul. There goes the Bard ultimate. It does go wide, and we're just gonna drop the Rift Herald, and I assume just get mid lane prio here, which I think is ideal. Unfortunately, we're taking a lot of damage from this poke as well, but this should just be shoved into the tower. The dragon has fallen, and I think from here we might have an after fight.
Let's
Oh,
see
okay,
what
never mind.
happens.
Oh!
Into the way, but there's Jarvan. Here's that Galio grand entrance coming down. Hero's entrance, getting the job done. To get any kills on the backside, unlikely, but guess what?
Bounty's dead. He's
went
alive!
right into a trap. Ace in the hole, blocked by Ezreal. There comes the fall of the call, the Forge God. Bounty not going to be the
I like
target. The
this.
Ezreal
Nice.
is, and the shutdown's going to go to mobility. We have
Okay,
more
I
fighting.
like
Hold on, Kryra. Right on top of Galio, gets that pillar up, but Galio is able to slip out. Taunt goes down, trying to get to the end of the magical journey,
that
and
was
he
close.
does to the safety of the turret.
Oh my, but they're still chasing here, and I think they can. This top wave is going to be coming in here very shortly, and with the range of this Caitlyn, you can zone everyone out of this jungle as, okay, we're just going to smite the Krugs of Lambao. You know what? I respect it. Aeon did the right thing there. If I was a jungler, I'd be like, yoink, you're not getting these either, but this top lane tower is going to take a lot of damage here. It should fall on the next wave. We're getting a TP to the mid lane right now. That is the Ezreal, and from here, I have to say, like, the way that Team A is playing, despite being down gold, I think is pretty well. A lot of the kills are going onto the Caitlyn, which I think is crucial. A lot of gold onto her. At this point, Adam pretty much becomes an R bot, which again, that's fine as well. As long as you can get a couple of those key members with that ultimate, I think the score doesn't matter. And we're getting to that funny point where once these core items start coming in, then like Caitlyn, for instance, when she has this IE, oh, we're making a play here. Hold on a second. That is Galio
Double
potentially
taunt
dying.
goes down, but you're gonna get
He's rich.
chased down, especially with the
Yeah,
Orianna
he's dead.
W2. You're not escaping this as Adam picks up his first.
Nice. Gold reset. We take those. And like I was saying, like we're at a point now where like Trundle has the Triforce, so that ultimate is going to be absolutely huge for the Galio. Didn't use it there, but the point still stands. And the Shockwave, again, catching out members. I think that's fine, you know, solo ulting the Galio. You know he has no flash. Take him out, get some kills, get some more gold. And they just have a rinse and repeat, rather. And they're only 1,500 gold down right now. Just a couple of a couple of good fights like that, a little more, and they can start changing the momentum of this game. Actually, granted, they already are changing the momentum of this game. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens for the bottom laners in particular, I have to say, because for me, Ezreal gets to a point where it's like, if you're not landing anything, oh, hold on, there's a Bard ultimate. I'm gonna hold that thought. Bounty might be caught here, but
Right.
is stunned. Kryra.
Bounty is fine. Kryra able to run away. Here comes Mixture, but
Oh.
Pop Blossom's only gonna end up catching two. Hero's entrance coming down. It's gonna split the fight, and that means Mixture is dead. Taunt onto
Oh, no.
Ornn here, but they're gonna have to put a lot into Ornn. The problem for
Oh,
Ornn is
no.
nobody's coming to save him. Meanwhile, over on the side, Mobility got that ace in the hole for the kill.
That's going to be Otacon as well. It just spawned about 40 seconds ago. Do we see a contest? It would be 4v3. Oh, Gallia went back to mid lane, actually. So it would be 3v3 if they decide to go for this. Yeah, it is spotted out right now. Kryra sees this. Adam is here as well. The Shockwave is available. We're getting the TP right now from the Galio. I would imagine we give this up. Oh, we're not. We're going to fight for this, actually, as the EQ goes in.
We're going for it. Yep. Then the turnaround here.
Oh, no.
Mobility gets a kill. Denethor flashes forward. He's overheated, but he
no.
gets taken out by Mobility as well. But Ezreal will survive and prevail. 7, 2, and 4. But guess what? That's Mixture running right at him. He'll be able to shift over the wall, take a turret shot on the way out, but he'll be just fine.
Wow, that was spicy from both sides. I kind of figured, like, we have an angle here. We could go for it as we're going to take a look at the play. Mobility getting on a killing spree, getting 2 kills, actually, but unfortunately with the E over the wall ends up getting shut down. Denethor ends up picking up the kill there. And from here, I'm like, oh, surely, I mean, we get out of the situation, right? And yeah, the Ezreal just ease over the wall and leaves. But the Otacon lives. Mid lane tier 1 does not live. And it's a sub 1,000 gold lead now for the side of Team A. So they're starting to chew back at this lead. Granted, a lot of the shutdowns going over to Caitlyn as well has been hugely beneficial. She's sitting on 2 items, 2.5 actually as of right now. So mobility is very, very strong coming into these later fights. We're about a couple of minutes away from the next dragon. So with that being on the map soon, with the which Drake is it actually? I can't believe it's Infernal. So it is an Infernal Soul, and I would think if we start stacking these Infernal Drakes, or they might trade Soul Point for Otacon as it's looking. They're pathing up that way. The Orianna doesn't need to be there, but the rest of them can be. But this should be noted, and they are aware. We're getting a lot of pings right now. Team A is coming, but they're making a play on the Orianna.
All right, Shockwave did not land because the Justice Punch went through it, and the cleanup
He's alive.
there. Ezreal taking a lot of damage. Oh, there we go. We finally get the kill, but that means Otacon going to the side of Team A, DBZ.
Okay, so in terms of the Otacon here, completely worth it. You're giving up Soul Point for it as well. Again, I think it's worth it. You're pretty much, like, stat and experience-wise, evening out the gold. Because right now, it's about 2,000, almost 2,000. And with them getting the Otacon with all the extra petals and all the experience and adaptive damage as well, it pretty much evens the game out. Actually, I think it puts them a little ahead, like, out of, like, non-real gold. But that Otacon is crucial for them. They got the top lane tier 2 as well. Team A, they're aware of what their win condition is for this game. As long as Caitlyn stays alive and they're able to kind of do their thing and let Caitlyn auto-attack and pick out some of these members, they win, straight up win some of these fights. Now, unfortunately, in the longer fights, that's where Team B kind of wins. Because once you kind of blow all those cooldowns, you have the Ezreal that can kind of just spam all his abilities, Galio doing the same thing, Rumble kind of running people and burning people down. And from there, you just kind of have to be careful if you're Team A. But I'm looking forward to see how they play out these next, like, 5 to 10 minutes. We're into the Baron on the map in about a minute's time now. I like this play here, actually, as well. Kind of get more standing gold off the map. We're still barely 1,000 gold right now, and I think earlier it was like, what, 4,000 or 5,000 or something like that. But we're making a play mid lane, kind of charging at the Ezreal. Can get out of the situation. They do have to respect the fact that there is no vision on that side of the map and to be careful. But Yanni, I gotta say, how the last, like, 10-15 minutes of this game has been played out has been a really nice treat to watch.
Yeah, Team A has done a really good job of managing to kind of hold the line. Mobility's gotten quite a few kills. He's gotten some shutdowns. We'll see if we're going to see anything more here. Pop Blossom going to not land because the Flying Dragon gets him out. But the
Double wow.
God, that Ram runs him over. Now we're going to look for Denethor, who's overheated, but Ornn slowed up. He should be able to escape, but this is a nice pick for Team A. And now they've got control of the Baron.
Do they fight this, or do they do Baron? That's kind of the question here. They burn 4 ultimates. I guess they're gonna do it. I think we might get a cheeky little fight here. Galio is on the way, but we have
Adam's
a flank from Adam here.
Adam's got that shockwave.
Oh my God, the
catch the Ezreal, but they find him anyway. Galio desperately trying to escape. This is now a 5v3, but they're chasing the kills instead of going after the Baron. This means Aeon Crystal has respawned and might have an opportunity to get here. We'll see if Team B is able to find their way back into the pit. Adam trying to do what he can for the zoning. Mixture gonna stick on Galio here. here. Meanwhile, it's Kryra and its mobility, but this Baron is going down too slow. 7,000 HP as Aeon Crystal has now shown up. 5,000, 4,000. It's still up. Jarvan's gonna have a shot to steal this one.
Oh my god. Oh my
Feel it, but here comes the Galio ultimate. Doesn't knock up anybody. Now they're gonna swap on Galio. He's gonna flash out of the way. Denethor with that ultimate's gonna cut off mobility, but they're just gonna wait it out. See if Aeon Crystal wants to step up anymore. He's gonna try to clear out the space. Now he's just walking up. What is he doing? He's gotta flash away. He manages to live. No, he dies. He died to Kryra. The knockup is there. They find Bounty too. An absolute disaster for Team B. The Baron goes the way of Team A. The gold lead goes the way of Team A.
This looks awfully familiar because I'm pretty sure KT did the same thing. They had a really bad early game, and then they just kind of started popping off in the mid game. But they won in about 2 minutes time from now. But I'm kind of curious what the game plan there was from Aeon. I wonder if like, hey, Ezreal's coming, so maybe if we just stall long enough. But the Jarvan just got exploded and was just not able to just survive any longer. So kind of the play was dead from there. But like you said, the Baron was taken for the side of Team A. They're 1,000 gold in the lead now. There's a lot of standing gold still on the map with these tier 2s still available. From there, it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a split from Shochi. And I think, personally, I think that's fine. You do have the teleport available if you need to show up. Ezreal is getting caught. Oh, okay. But he's fine.
Ace in the hole, coming down. It's not going to do anything to actually kill him. Ezreal, ooh, that almost landed. I think that would have killed Mixture.
Oh, yeah, that was really close. That's a 3-item Ezreal, so that would have hurt a lot. Hi, Jarvan. We're doing a thing here on Dr. Calculus. Should just be able to walk away from this. Going to take a little bit of trade damage here and there. Does have the Black Cleaver, so can start being a little annoying to this Orange. So we're getting the top lane, or bot lane tier 2 falling. Dr. Calculus is just kind of toying with them, keeping away from their base. They can just break open this inhibitor tower and the inhibitor as well, as it looks like we're getting a rundown here. Hello.
There's that pillar knockup, and Ezreal's just dead. This ultimate's too late. The shockwave on top of it. Bounty goes down too, and Aeon Crystal's got to run for the hills. Ornn teleport is here. The DBZ, they're looking to end the game. The inhibitor has fallen. They have a new wave coming in. They have Baron buff, and there might not be an opportunity for Team B to try to secure a soul. Galio gonna land the taunt. Turret's gonna try to help out against Kryra. Here comes Call the Forge God. Knockup is there on Aeon Crystal. They take him out too. Denethor has to do it, but he can't. Mobility will survive. Denethor will fall. Galio trying to get away, but he can't justice punch away. It's a triple kill for Mobility. Bounty is now up, but there's only one minion left standing, and a lot of low health bars on the side of Team A. Here comes Ezreal. We'll see if Array is going to be able to stop anybody from backing. They do have those enhanced Baron backs, and the Ezreal is going to come through. It's going to stop the Ornn. Bounty gonna look to chase him down, try to mess with these timers a little bit. He's gonna try, but oh, the auto attack canceled. Mobility's back. This is massive. We are seeing Adam teleport in. We have Aeon Crystal up in 3 seconds. There could be an opportunity for Team B to secure Infernal Soul, but I don't think they're going to, because Kryra elected to stay. A huge takeaway.
Wow, and that stops the soul as well. And one Nexus tower went down, as we saw, and super minions will be pushing in the bottom lane. Absolutely insane how... I think Bounty's dead. Goodbye, son. Okay, that's a dead bard. We knew him well. Rest in peace. But that is a 12-5 Caitlyn with 4 items, mind you. Upgraded Collector, which I think is very interesting. Probably wasn't in the right item slot, so that's just kind of how that happened. Because normally you would want the upgraded IE, but I like the upgraded Collector. I'm also a degenerate and love Collectors. We're going to get a taunt onto the Nico clone. They will be forced to walk away. Rumble is going to try to reset. I assume maybe get a portion of their next item. Probably just get a reset so they can get back onto the map. We do have mid pushing in. We have mobility bringing in the top lane as well. And from here, it's just kind of keep up that pressure. Bot lane's pushing on its own. Keep these waves pushed where they are. They're gonna lose the inhibitor tower or mid lane. Probably the same top side, but they just kind of keep clearing this out. Oh, Bardock goes wide, actually. Oh my god, that headshot.
But he just gets blown up immediately.
He's dead.
The Forge God lands too. Hold on, they killed mobility. That's all their damage. DBZ, they have no damage left. It's just Adam who has 2 defensive items and a Crypt Bloom. That's not going to be enough. Galio will go over the trap, but it doesn't matter. There's no headshots as the minions pour into the base of Team B. This siege is not over yet.
They still want this tower, too. I respect them. They have the demolish proc, so they will get it. Do they get the inhibitor, too? Oh, nice flash from Bounty there, but we're still fighting.
Warren still have HP, but look, Array's going to turn this around on Cryer. Cryer with a nice sidestep on that Ezreal ultimate. He's still alive, but he will go down in the end. Mixture, Adam, and Calculus desperately trying to get away. He's trying to run them down. It's Shochi. Here's the Bard ultimate. It's going to land.
Oh my god, that shockwave.
Spot here, but look who's so low. They're all so low. They can't actually close out on any of these kills.
Nika!
From this side with the Pop Blossom. Galio ultimate saves the day. And they managed to lose only the Bard.
Oh, they would have 100% died there, but I feel like that's one of those we got lost in the sauce moments for the side of Team A. They do somehow get the... Do they get... Nope. Okay, never mind. They actually cleared the way before the inhibitor falls. But they pretty much broke open the entirety of the base. The base is in tatters. One inhibitor is going to respawn here in the next, like, minute and a half, I think. The mid lane one is, like, you just need to sneeze on it, and they could get the top lane one if they wanted to as well. Now... let's talk about where we are right now. Actually, let's start about where we started from and where we are. Oh.
It's their tactical timeout.
Oh, yeah, the tactical timeout? Okay, I got it.
Yep,
now,
it's their tactical timeout. Each team gets one tactical timeout.
Okay, that's fair. So, let's talk about where we were and how we got here. So let's start at the beginning of the game. We started off with basically 3 kills in the first 3 minutes with the mid lane gank from Aeon on to Adam, gets the first kill. Then we have Array popping off in the bottom lane, getting 2 of their own kills, and then the Fields of Warfare secured. Cool. And then they kept that momentum going as we're unpausing. We're going to get the Riot Games pause here, so we'll just sit there for a second. But they kept up that momentum as the game was going on, Team B, I mean, and they secured the first 2 Drakes, they secured the Grubs, they just had really good fights. And then a lot of shutdowns kept going over to Team A, and that's what kind of got them back in this game. They were just not able to get back to this Caitlyn very often, and when they could, it was generally because of the Rumble Ultimate and the Jarvan Cataclysm as well, and they kind of just piled all onto her. But from there, she just kept getting shutdowns. Adam stabilized 2 and 6, but has 3 items right now. So they're feeling really good about where they are. And these Orianna ultimates have been huge, I would say, regardless of the scoreline. So props to Adam for like keeping that mental strong, knowing that's like, okay, they're bullying me. I just need to bully them back when I get some items. And we've been seeing that. 14 assists. Mind you, we're starting the Baron right now. We're getting a teleport as well. This is kind of risky, I would say, because Jarvan could just get over here. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's see if he's gonna do it. They have vision of it. It's waiting to go in. Bard ultimate's not gonna land. 3,000 HP.
That's what they were waiting on.
They know there's a minion wave. They don't actually have to damage this. And the
shockwave
no. Is gonna land on Crystal. He's gonna have to flag and drag away. Call the Forge God is going to nail him. There's the ace of the hole. It does good damage, but here comes that Ezreal teleport. You have to defensively teleport to try to save these waves. Even Denethor used his teleport defensively. I mean, they're not going to be up for this dragon in a minute. And, like, this is really bad because this dragon soul is your win condition. The problem is you are just never able to leave the base. The inhibitor respawns only for the middle inhibitor to get knocked down this time.
Indeed, the towers are respawning, at least the first tower did. The second one should be in a little bit, but we're going to have 2 lanes of supers, maybe 3 if they decide to go get this top lane inhibitor. It looks like that is the call right now, or maybe not. We might actually get a fight instead. Mobility, walking a little forward,
Baron.
but you can.
Why not?
Yeah, you have that too. And you have the rapid fire cannon as well for the Caitlyn, so she can play a little more dangerously. Also has the flash as well, so you can kind of be a little more aggressive right now. But they're gonna break open. Oh, hello!
Jarvan ultimate, but it was well flashed by Mobility. He's just got to stay out for the moment and start getting these autos down.
That's a good shutdown.
All right, Mobility's still alive. Denethor's on top of him. Denethor goes golden. Mobility burning away. He does survive.
God,
he has not died yet. He gets that headshot proc, and now it's Array desperately trying to make something work here. He gets knocked, but that pawn saved him. Lands the Mystic shot, but he's got to find a way back in. These Mystic shots are going down, but he hasn't actually killed them yet. Mobility, Kryra, and Mixture will all limp away.
What? The ultimate!
They won't! On the way out, True Shot Barrage takes out Mobility. We're seeing pings on that dragon, and they have determined they must get to this dragon.
I agree, but unfortunately the Baron recalls came through. I don't know if they'll get it in time. We have TP on Adam as well.
You have to go for it.
I agree. Definitely go for it. But I'm a little nervous because since Kryra is alive,
Just
you could
kill
just walk in
Kryra.
and smite this.
Just kill Kryra. That's all you have to do, and you've got a good shot at securing this. Kryra gonna get tagged up here. Root is on the
TP.
Denethor. And here comes Adam. He's shown up, and now Bounty's in
Nexus
trouble.
towers!
He drops the Bard ultimate, but those Nexus turrets, as you correctly call now, under siege. The minions are there. The
Oh, we
dragon
couldn't get
is
it.
gonna go the way of Team A. Ezreal, just a desperate prayer, won't land, and they are completely pinned down, DBZ.
The double supers coming in clutch there. But I understand the call, too. It's like, we have to get this soul before Kryra gets there. Oh, Kryra's just running. I think this Ezreal's dead. Okay,
The shift,
yeah.
the flash, but the rundown. He's shifting.
Those Qs
He's
are doing
trying
work.
to land this Q, but it's not doing that much to Kryra. He's still alive, but Array is out of mana, and now the minions are beating the tar out of him. He's just trying to survive,
no.
but they're empowered by Baron. Oh my goodness, the casters,
No.
the melee minions, they're trying to take.
Oh, the Kaylin ult.
No, it's stolen away by the super.
Oh, no. I respect Array for that as well. Just popping out
He
so
bought
much
so much
damage.
time.
Oh,
Here we
hello.
go.
Wait a minute.
Leon Crystal said we must go. Adam
Oh,
with
no.
a shockwave onto 2, and now Mobility is here to clean up the fight.
Oh,
and
God.
Seal for Team
Oh,
A.
God.
It's a triple kill, and you know Bounty's gonna
Give
be
him the
next.
Quadra. Yep.
Quadra kill for Mobility to put the exclamation point on game 1.
Wow, absolute back and forth from both of these teams. Team B started out really strong as we're getting a look at that last replay, the double shockwave. Absolutely huge mobility there showing up and just getting a quadra kill. Mobility played very, very well this game. Like, despite the rough early game from Team A, they still came out with the win. But like I said, I think crucially, a lot of shutdowns went over to this Caitlyn, and that's what accelerated her. 50,000 damage on an Array, but just not able to do enough against the absolute meat wall, I will call it, that was Team A.
Yeah, they could not get by this Trundle. They could not get by this Ornn. It was just far too much. The low damage out of Galio ends up costing them big time, DBZ. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a bit of an extended break here because the teams are going to split apart and do their own VOD reviews. And when we come back, it should be the same draft. I'm not sure if it's going to be on the same sides or not, but we will see you on the other side regardless.
強く強く輝いて消えた流れ星ほら命が燃える何かに怯え走り続けたその虚しさのしじまに何を見て何
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2025 Side Oak Path2Pro Combine. We just saw a really amazing game where Team A, which is Calculus, Cryer, Adam, Mobility, and Mixture, came from behind with a really poor early game. You were talking about it, a very similar early game that Team Secret Whales had, but turned up to 10 essentially by Team B, but Team A, acting as KT, were able to bring it back. And now, DBZ Freak, the teams have swapped. Are you expecting the same sort of early game out of coming out of TSW, aka Team A?
I don't know, to be completely honest with you. There maybe they do, because Jarvan as a champion is a really good early game champion, really good at setting up ganks, really good at blowing summoners. So it's things like that where I wonder, is like, are we gonna see kind of that same thing coming out of Team A, or is Team B gonna have a really good early game like they did in the previous game? All right, well, they're on this side actually of me, but Team B, are they gonna have a good enough early game? Or are we going to see Team A kind of just mollywop all over them? But we'll have to see what happens when the game starts.
Couldn't agree more. One thing I do want to see coming out of the Caitlyn Nico lane is more early game presence out of them. The early game presence out of Team A's bot lane was not great in a lane that you should definitely be able to have dominance over, be able to push this Ezreal in. We'll see if Team B are the ones that are going to be able to get the job done. Remember, the Team B bot lane being Array and Bounty. We saw Bounty was all over the map on that Bard. And because the team compositions are the same, just piloted by different players, we do not need to go into a draft. And all of the players have turned off streamer mode. +1 to, yes, +1
Adam.
to being good when it comes to branding. -1 Adam.
First blood as well. Also going to Caitlyn. What did you just say, as a matter of fact, before we got into here? I want to see this Caitlyn and Nico be a lot more lane present into this Ezreal. That's apparently a really good thing to do when you get first blood, so I'm feeling really good about that one. Array gonna go back, I assume purchase a longsword or boots, walk right, oh, okay, never mind, I guess we're getting a dagger instead. But walk back into this lane. We're getting the fleet footwork this time that you mentioned as well, so the summoners are gonna be pretty much the same as they were in the KT TSW game. So looking forward to seeing what they are able to do with this early game lead and see what that can turn into as the game goes on.
I am a little surprised that Array didn't opt into boots, mostly because you get that a little bit of extra movement speed means you can maybe land a couple more auto attacks, but not only that, dodge out on some Ezreal Qs and some Bard poke. Let's talk junglers real quick, DBZ, as both of them are starting on the top side of the map here. A blue ward down for a protection one on the chickens. We just saw Adam put his down on those blue side chickens, so they're gonna have an idea very soon that Trundle is gonna be heading to the bottom side.
Yeah, and you even see there's a raptor ward, or reward by the wolves, rather, is what I meant to say. Is that's going to give a little bit of information over as well. Adam here taking a fun little
Okay, we're still fighting.
Yeah, it looks like
Adam is going to die here. Wait a minute. Shochi might die. The minions on top of it. Adam wins the 1v1.
Oh my lordy, and the flash also from Adam to stay alive. I have to say that I was not expecting that at all. Shochi just unfortunately going down there. Oh, okay.
Big chunks. And that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. So all these things that you were saying are coming to fruition, I would say. Both these teams now just kind of duking it out here in the early game. Here we go. The Caitlyn and the Nico, like you were saying, more damage, more lane presence, more dominance, and just be aggressive. Be aggressive as you can. And I think that will bode really well coming in for the side of Team B.
All right, we saw Kryra go and do the Gromp first. He went and he hit the Scryer Bloom, and now back to blue buff. Meanwhile, more fighting in the mid lane coming down, but Adam is getting that level up. Shochi's auto attacks are going to be really strong, but he's going to have to walk through the winds of war. Shields himself wisely, flash for flash, and the QW just out of range.
Both Mid laners on 1 HP. We also see Jarvan currently pathing mid.
Oh.
I think, yep, Shoji just walks away. Oh, that was close. It was really, really close. Knowing, I mean, the Orion doesn't have flash, so I think it's a fine play for Kryra to go for that play. Completely fine, but unfortunately it doesn't amount to anything. But you do force the Oriana out. You can let Adam get a little bit of play to we're diving, but
yeah, we're just able to find Mixture there. I mean, Mobility doesn't have the mana, so he can't even do anything. And that was without Bounty picking up that cannon minion and doing the Nico trick, right? That was just a straight dive.
I think that was just a straight 100% dive. And crucially, guess where the kill went? Array. A fed Caitlyn. Also, funny enough, Array going 2 kills up in the previous game, I believe, as well. So, really good start. We saw what Array could do on the Ezreal. Now put him on a Caitlyn that could do a lot more burst damage. As we're getting a cheeky invade here from Kryra.
Maybe too cheeky, because guess who's stuck right now? It's Kryra. He's going to get a flash after and clubbed over the head. And now Calculus is in a bad spot. Mixture is coming to try to save him. Aeon Crystal and Denethor will walk away. But one thing I do want to talk about is you mentioned Array going 2-0 in both games. Really excited for this guy coming up in the next year. He's on this Peach Cats team that's going to be competing in ACL, but he's doing it with the Ole Miss roster, and I think a lot of people took that as he's going to be on Ole Miss this upcoming year. Not 100% sure if that's the case, but if it is, I mean, that's an exciting roster.
Oh man, I'm really excited to see what they'll do. And as we know, like, Ole Miss is like, they're like our like Kobe Prime Lakers, pretty much. That's what Ole Miss is basically. It's actually really funny that I could make that point, because I was telling you I don't watch that much basketball anymore, but back then I did. Back then it was art. But in this day and age, with Ole Miss, still performing really well in collegiate, and I believe in NACL. I know they're not in NACL, but they're kind of like an affiliate, more or less, if I remember correctly. But from there, really excited to see what Array is going to do, and it's going to be fun. Lots and lots of fun to see and watch them grow as a player.
You saw Dragon getting started up by Team B. Doesn't look like there's going to be much of a contest, as Adam did hit level 6 and is going in, and all of a sudden there was a contest here, and down goes the Trundle. Hero's entrance just to say hello, as Bounty's got to run for the hills, but that is still a Dragon going over to Team B.
Bounty also forced a flash at the end of that play, but the Dragon was started by the side of Team B. They had the prio first, so they kind of just walked on over. Unfortunately, Rumble decided he wanted to come down as well. We get our classic about 6.5 minute swap for the boy grubs, kind of going our way towards those feats of monster slaying. We already got the feats of warfare for the side of Team B, so they just need one more, or not just one more, just kidding. So they need to get these grubs, and then they'll have one more monster slaying feat to go forward from here. But really good start for this early game for both these teams, I would say. Like we said, 2 kills on Array. 1 kill on the Trundle. We have 1 on the Galio and 1 on Kryra as well. So really shaping up to be a really spicy early game. Hopefully will continue, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from both these teams so far.
Yeah, I'm really liking what Team B is doing here, sending Array and Bounty upstairs, trying to cause some problems. Now this taunt's gonna go down. Bounty did not get taunted, but he did get knocked up, and he is gonna have to get away. Yeah. But Mixture is here, and remember, they burned his flash earlier, so it looks like Bounty's gonna go down. Mobility will not on the back side with 30 seconds until these grubs. This is so important to try to deny grubs away from a Caitlyn Trundle team, as a flash, even though he still got taunted, is now Array is low and won't be able to contest.
Okay, so I like that. I like that. I really like that a lot. I mean, we abuse the flashless Nico. I like that we also burn the flash out of the Caitlyn as well. It was 30 seconds until grub, so it's like, we burned both summoners. It's free real estate for these grubs. I don't anticipate much of a contest. We are getting level 6. Oh, we're contesting. Just kidding. All right.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we play in NA, baby. We contest for damn near everything. We do have Shochi on his way up. His flash is going to be up too, so it might be
What?
time for a cheeky shockwave. As there's that cheeky shockwave we were talking about, instantly blown up. Adam is here. Now we're going to maybe turn on to Adam. I don't know. Stun's going down. Equalizer is beautiful. Well done by Calculus, and the walls are closing in. Array can only sidestep so much. Shochi is forced to flash, but Dr. Calculus calculated it perfectly.
It was a contest to their doom. Team B just falling. And there was a really unfortunate moment there where I believe the smite went down from Aeon, but the final Ezreal auto stole it away. So they were not able to get the grub. They were trying to deny the 3 grubs, but were not able to do so. It's a massive fight. Kills go exactly where they needed to. I believe Rumble got 1, and Galio now has 2. Mobility also has 2. They're slowly building this gold lead. Oh, they are. Hello.
Oh, there's a knock up. Here comes the Galio ultimate. That hero's entrance is perfect. They find the kill, and now they're going to look for Cryer next. He's forced to flash away. Will he have the flag and drag? He does. They secure 2 grubs. They get a kill. It could not have gone much better for Team A in that sequence.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Okay.
Illegal maneuver.
What is that? Illegal formation. Team A. That's a 10-yard penalty. But burning the flash there to try to
Illegal
secure
formation's only a
that
5-yard penalty. Come on.
Is it 5? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
God, see, it goes to show what I know. See, but that one is one that the Lions don't get very often, so I don't have to hear it, so that's okay. Now,
True, the Eagles get that all the time.
Oh, hello.
Oh, wait, hang on. Let's actually talk about the game for a second here as Cryer just gets bonked over the head a couple times, and he's gonna lose that crap for it. And what was such a beautiful sequence then gets soured by that.
Yeah. I didn't even get a chance to really say too. It's like they got 2 out of the 3 grubs. They did secure 1 on the side of Team B from that little earlier play that happened. Trundle there getting a kill, I think, is fine, accelerating him towards that Triforce. So with how Aeon is feeling this game, and they've been playing pretty well in both games, as a matter of fact. In this game in particular, trying to be as active as they can on the map. And I think with how this game is going, we're within 100 gold, and I think that's a win for Team A in particular. It should slowly start swinging, I think, with Array being close to the collector, but I'm looking and happy to see like where things are going right now for both teams.
Love to see how the next fight shakes out, because in 10 seconds, this second dragon of the game is up. It's going to be an Infernal Dragon, which means no Infernal Soul this time around, and the gold, it's dead even right now. Both teams going to be vying for every inch that they can get. Right now, it's Array and Bounty that are going to have the first opportunity to move in. We see Adam starting up a recall, maybe because he has this Rod of Ages, but if he takes this recall, he's going to have to wait for the hero's entrance. He does stop the recall. Bounty being the fake one shows up. It's a good Caitlyn Q. They're just jockeying for position at this point, DBZ.
Yeah, we see a lot of vision being cleared out as well. We see wards being dropped everywhere, trying to clear this out, trying to make this map as dark as possible. Oh yeah, hello. There is no TP on the Rumble, so this is a 5v4, but they could fight this.
Okay. Yeah, they chunk him out big time. That is massive. That Ezreal not going to quite land where it wants to. As we do have Bounty on the backside acting as Array, but Shochi is going to get attacked. He's the weak part of the pincer. There's a good Tempered Fate, and now Shochi is stuck. They're throwing everything they got at him, and they take him out. There's that call to Forge God landing on 2. Cryer's going to die. Big 2-man taunt. Mobility's got to cook, but he gets caught by the Pop Blossom. Knocked up and knocked down as Team B win the fight and will take the Drake.
It was a little awkward, I have to say, at the start of that fight. Unfortunately, Shochi just got blown up, but the follow-up after that, killing Aeon, killing Mobility as well, securing the second Drake. It's gonna be, I believe, a Hex Tech. Yes, it is a Hex Tech that is going to be spawning on the map. So with those 2 Drakes, that is an avenue they could use to put themselves further ahead. Because even though the gold is 200, it's a little in favor with raw stats per se, with them having the first 2 Drakes. So this game is very, very even. And I have to say, Yanni, we are in for a banger coming into this mid to late game stages.
Without a doubt. Now, we did see in the last game, when the Caitlyn was behind, Team A had the advantage, but there were a lot of shutdowns that were fed into Mobility. which resulted in the Caitlyn getting very strong and taking over the game. And Array might not have that advantage as we have a tactical time out here. And we get an opportunity to talk about the scaling between both of these carries, DBZ.
Yes, so Ezreal and Caitlyn, as we know, can scale obnoxiously. We have the Collector on the Caitlyn right now. Once she hits that IE, she'll be very, very strong. Ezreal, same, not like the same thing, but once he gets the Mana Mune, also very, very strong with the cooldowns, being able to spam those abilities over and over again. With how accelerated they both are, both sitting at 3 and 1 right now, they're both looking to, pause that thought, as I think we're about to try to dive Shochi here as we're getting the Riot Games pause.
Record scratch! Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this mess. It all started when I was too far away from my turret.
With no flash.
And go.
Go.
Ready? We're gonna get them to jump. We're gonna get the game to jump. Ready? That's it. Green 19. Green 19 said, hey, jumped off sides. We got him, boys. Shochi in a little bit of trouble. Down to half HP. Will escape, but that means free time on this turret with a couple of grubs.
I think that's actually a really good play here to take these grubs, or rather take these tower plates. They have 2 grubs, so they can get through these towers very nicely. Turret plating is falling. Actually, the 3rd plate just fell right there as well. So with that, that gives them a little bit of space and wiggle room to be able to chunk this tower out completely, take it in the next, I guess maybe not in the next minute. It looks like we might just get bot lane prio here just for funsies and then reset. But 10 seconds to go. Turret plates will fall. First tower should realistically go in the bottom lane based on what I'm seeing. There is a chance it might not at all, but we're setting up now for that possible play with Rift Herald in 1 minute's time.
And it's always so hard for it to go down on the bot lane because usually teams will use the Herald to get control for the Dragon. We just saw Adam go in and immediately have to go out. Denethor finding himself in a little bit of trouble as well. Hard to use that Searing Charge, and that turret's been turned off. There's the Equalizer right on top of Denethor as he burns away.
Ooh, and there's a reset there that came through. Adam should be fine here, has more mana.
Ooh. That was close. Top lane turret, first of all.
Yeah, first tower. Easy breezy. So, I believe that's feats, isn't it? No, it is not. I'm just kidding. Ignore me. I'm wrong. They just got first tower,
Oh my goodness. We went 1 for 1 there somehow. The Winds of War stretching just far enough.
Okay. So, this is that damage Galio that you were mentioning in Game 1, as a matter of fact. So we have the Rout of Ages, probably, I assume, Leandry's or Riftmaker's second. A little bit of extra health on top, because Galio is going to be the one that has to face tank most of this anyways. We're engaging here in the mid lane. Krya going to EQ out. And we're going to do the Herald now. Okay.
Yeah, a bit of a chunk there. We see Array is chunked out as well. Teleport coming in, but they're going to move toward Adam, or Denethor, and Aeon Crystal. There we go. Pop Blossom lands on the 1. Here's that hero's entrance. Calculus still alive, but he is kind of low. Bounty stuck, has nowhere to go, trying to escape. He's still alive, but the Ezreal takes him out. Mixture's gonna get chased. He goes on a magical journey back to the fountain. Shochi tried to dance, and he's got the moves, and now he wants to use it to speed up Denethor. They get on top mobility and take him out. Now they're gonna look for Adam next. They're gonna drop that pillar right on his head. Shockwaved in, double kill for Array. That is an unofficial, almost an ace. Calculus did get back to the base and TP in. It's a 4-0. It's a Herald secured, and Team B are rolling.
Really well done fight, too, for the side of Team B, securing 4 kills, like you mentioned. The Rift Herald as well. They got a lot of summoners. They saved, actually, a lot of summoners, ironically. Orange still has theirs. Array still has his. Bounty didn't have it anyways. But they're going to use this Rift Herald for, I assume, for this next streak that's coming up in the next minute now. It would break the Dragon stack if Team A end up getting it, or if we get onto Soul Point. If you're Team B, that's your win condition right now. And Nico was a minion. Oh. Okay.
Hey, listen, sometimes you gotta show up and be a minion. And right now, nobody in this game is a minion. Everybody having an impact on this game, even though Kryra has died 5 times, 1, 5, and 4. He's still been around the block for a couple of kills. There's just been some positioning miscues that have caused some problems, and in order for his team to secure more of these objectives, he's gonna have to be better about it. Less than 30 seconds until this Hextech Dragon is up. If Team B secure this, it is going to mean Soul Point. They correctly dropped the Rift Herald to get this mid lane turret down, as we're gonna swing around and knock it down. And we got the Bard ultimate out. Poor usage there from Mixture.
Yes, and this should get the nice charge onto the tier 2. No, the stun doesn't land. But I was kind of looking as you were talking. We have a lot of item breakpoints that came through. We're almost on 2 items on Array, which again, that IE is a massive power spike. But with that Herald, they use that to get mid lane prio. They're walking into the jungle now to kind of bully Kryra out of here. And they will be successful in doing so. But we're posturing over this Drake. It's going to be a spicy time, I say. And we're probably going to get a 50-50. And isn't that exactly what you want?
Hold on, there's a pop blossom. Mixture still alive. Bounty takes a lot of damage. Mobility at full HP. Dragon at about 6,000 HP and slowly dropping. Whoa, Kryra shows up, rushes out. There's that hero's entrance. Shochi goes down. They're going to be able to trade a kill back. And Adam taking so much damage as Array is trying to do what he can. It's a double kill for Denethor. It's going to be another one for Aeon Crystal. Dragon secured for Team B. An ace in the hole blocked on the way out, but Team B on Soul Point.
Woo-wee, a 3-for-1. Shochi is the one that ends up going down. The Drake, I don't know if you saw it, but the Drake was doing a lot of work in that fight with its autos, spreading the damage around and ironically assisting Team B in that fight. They secure the Soul Point. Crucially, Array stayed alive as well, as they're gonna most likely have their Infinity Edge when they go back to base here. But my, Team B showing us like, hey, we saw Team A do it with this comp, now it's our turn to do it as well.
And they really haven't been behind. They've been doing such a good job. You can see all this damage they're putting on Mixture. And what little damage that Denethor actually takes right now. And, you know, Array is finally like, oh, the shoe is on the other foot here, because Mobility is going to have to try to cut through these guys. And it's going to be so damn difficult. He doesn't even have his second item completed here at 19 minutes. He is going to get that massive spike, but I mean, this team is very, very far behind. They're going to need to keep it close in order to try to swipe away this next dragon. Now, in 30 seconds, we are going to have Otacon. He's spawning on the bot side of the map. That's where the fireworks are going to come.
And we saw some fireworks in the previous game, a 3v3 that ended up going in favor, I believe, Team A. It was a really good Otacon fight. Now from here, I wonder if maybe that we're going to try to bully someone out here for Team B, you know, try to get a pick or something, or force a summoner, force either a Crucial Ultimate as well, because that Bard Ultimate can stall a lot of time for that objective. And I would think that's a smart call. See if they can pick someone out, maybe even pick out the Bard here, but it looks like Mixture is just going to go ahead and walk away. We got a flank angle from Jarvan, and do they smell this? That's the question. Do they smell it?
I have no idea. This is now an ace.
We see Array though.
Kryra is lurking from behind.
What is this teleport?
Another teleport. Wait, this teleport's going to pass over a ward? It's going to pass over minions? I don't see any pings. I don't know if they saw him.
I don't think they did either. Oh my god.
Array
has no flash.
Oh, he managed to escape for just a moment, but he's stuck. He's stunned. He's dead. They take him out. Hero's entrance coming through to protect the rest of the squad. That Call the Forge got hit 3, but it does mean that you're down multiple members, and now all of a sudden we found Aeon Crystal forced to flash away. It's a 5v3, but they're going after him. They taught him up. He never met a fight he didn't like, but he's found 4 members of Team A, and he goes down. Calculus over on the side trying to deal with Shochi and Denethor as the Otacon has been started up, but Calculus is low on HP. They're going to need a lot out of the solo laners of Team B. Shochi doesn't have a lot of mana, but he does have a shockwave available. With every cast, it's going to get lower. They're going to turn on to Denethor. He's all alone. He gets a shield, but it ain't enough. Shochi flashing forward. The shockwave only lands onto 1. He's got nothing left. He's been taunted. Mobility will bail out, but Mixture will come in, and Calculus dies on the back side. Bounty is here, but it is far too late. They will not contest Otacon to Team A.
So we have to go way back before the Otacon fight even started. It started out with Kryra sitting at the red buff for like a solid 45 seconds. When they spotted out Array, they immediately call for Dr. Calculus to TP down because, again, Array has no flash. Really good heads-up play for the side of Team A, catching out the flashless AD carry. They immediately blew up the Caitlyn as well, and it just kind of fell apart for Team B. It opened up the Otacon. It's going to open up a little bit, I guess, a little more farming. I guess they didn't really get anything else off that, so just kidding. Really, the Otacon's the most important thing, so good on Team A for making that heads-up play.
And not only that, DBZ, they got vision too. The vision that they placed for that Otacon play could not be cleared because Team B were so scattered, right? And now they're going to have to try to retake this dragon. Remember, they are on soul point. They really want this dragon, especially with the Otacon going the way of Team A. Not sure how many flowers they got, but with all the fighting in this game, it's probably damn near a lot. 35 seconds until it's up. Team A with full control, trying to clear out as much as they can. Cryer is there. He's going to clear out that pink ward, but the roots on the Calculus. Pop Blossom, they force the flash on the Calculus. That's a big cooldown not available.
Okay, and we're still burning cooldowns, actually.
Yeah, Israel splits the upright. Shockwave lands on the 2. We're fighting over nothing, baby. This is NA. Call the Forge God. The train runs him over, and the train of Team B is running over Team A. Aeon Crystal takes a bite out of Crime. Galio can't get away. It's a double kill for Array, and it should be Soul for Team B.
Absolutely should be the Soul. A 3-for-0, and crucially, Array lived. Array had flash. Once this Caitlyn gets to 2 items, she is obnoxious to deal with. Array has been playing so well this whole entire game. They get the Hex Tech Soul. There's Baron. Never mind. I thought it was like 25 minutes. We're at 23. Just kidding. So this was a fast Soul compared to the previous game. But my, with this gold lead of 700, it feels like more because of these 4 dragons. Gotta hand it to Team B for making the call there to go on to the Rumble and successfully make the play.
Absolutely ballsy call, and it gets the job done. I thought for a second that without the Pop Blossom, it would have been fine, but Team A committed when they shouldn't have. They really went after it, DBZ. They did not need to. They could have just walked away. There was no Pop Blossom available. And now they are in dire straits because this Caitlyn's going to hit you from really far away. This Nico is going to be able to hit you from really far away and slow you up and allow this Trundle to chase you down.
There's a lot of standing gold on the map as well, but we're getting the Bartolds.
Okay, it lands onto 2. Stun is not timed properly. We have a teleport coming in from this Orianna here. Now we want the full fight in. Shochi is really hunting for a big shockwave here. He'll just put the ball in Denethor. Here comes Call the Forge God. Mobility already used his shift. 2 members knocked up, and Kryra can only cry. Shochi wants mobility real bad. Calculus tried to turn it around. Shockwave does catch him, but Shochi burns away. But mobility has run out of places to run, and Dr. Calculus did not calculate that 3 more members would be showing up from Team B. It's a 4-for-1, and the siege is on.
I don't think they're going to siege this. They break open the mid-tier 2, but Baron is up and available. It's only Adam that's up and available, so they should secure this for themselves. This is absolutely massive. Well, they'll see him now, but this is absolutely massive.
Let's see what you got. He's going to throw the Winds of War in there, but he's just going to call it a day. Baron for Team B. They're going to take their recalls, DBZ, and then you're going to have to deal with a Caitlyn, Nico, in a siege scenario.
Oh my goodness. And with how well that Caitlyn and Nico together, as a pairing in particular, with how well they can layer the damage on top of each other, you get the Nico root, you lay the trap, and then boom, you're just dead. And that's a testament to this Caitlyn being 10-2. Array has been playing insane. I know I've said it like 13 times, but Array has been playing out of their mind. Right now here, they're sitting on 3 and some change items. Wow, we're gonna push up this top tier 2 because that's really what's available. We got a really awkward jungle nonsense going on the bot side. I think we're just stealing camps, actually. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just stealing camps. So, consolation prize. We're getting camps.
Well, this is kind of interesting here. They're shoving this bottom wave to make sure that Team B isn't gonna have that option later. And with Team B opting in to go into that top lane, that long lane, and try to get the siege on, you're essentially gonna trade tier 2 turrets, but I mean, if everybody's committing for more, they're just continuing to go. This equalizer is going to land from long distance, and they're going to get the recalls out here, DBZ.
Whoa, okay. Was that Ornn that reset? Okay, it was. Nico
It's
changed
just
into Ornn.
Ornn. Are we
Okay.
base racing? Surely
No
we're not base
way.
racing with a Trundle and a Kalen on one side, but they're looking to end the
Oh.
game. Calculus got caught. Calculus is dead to the shockwave, and Denethor is doing his best to tank everything up. Redemption
they
goes
just
down, but there's
win.
no more minions. There's no more minions. 2 inhibitors are down. A wave is crashing into the turrets, and Adam is the only one left alive. The first turret falls. Adam trying to get the totem, but Denethor is going to TP in. Adam is dead. Minions are there. The recalls are finally coming through. The Bar ultimate only hits minions. Mixture can't do much. Ezreal flying through. Does manage to find a kill, but Ace in the Hole is there. Array is protected, and the Nexus is fallen.
Okay, so that was a pretty insane ending, a base race at the end of the game, but unfortunately, you can't really base race a Trundle and a Caitlyn. They just destroy towers. I respect the call from Team A, but wow, Team B played so well that game, and I think it was just desperation from the side of Team A going into the later stages of that game, and I respect it, but it just unfortunately did not work out.
Yeah, I think one of the bigger problems there was they pushed after that inhibitor. I think if they just back, that they're okay. Like, everything's fine. You took the inhibitor. You're probably trading top and bottom inhibitor with, you know, Elder Dragon spawning on the bottom side. But, I mean, in the end, that's a trade that you're kind of, like, okay making, if that's really what you want. I'm very confused by the call, DBZ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, me as a low elo solo queue D-gen, I like it. I thought it was fun, obviously, but in like as a color caster comment, like, yeah, the call was weird, but it was fun to watch. I respect them for going for it.
Oh, absolutely, it was a blast.
Yeah, it was awesome. But that does mean that we are done with this draft, and for game 3, we get a fancy shiny new one.
A fresh draft. Yeah, we get to actually call a draft. How about that? It is going to be exciting. I'm sure there's going to be a lot for the coaches to talk about in this in-between time.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
You saw the little transition. We are going to go ahead to our last break of the evening. When we return, the final draft of the night here in night 12 of the Saito Combine. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back real soon.
below. Breathes the flames from the dying suns, and lifts awake the dying ones. The dying inside this world, there is no way back to forget us. It's never the same as our innocence.強く強く輝いて消えた流れ星ほら命が燃える何かに怯え走り続けたその虚しさのしじなに何を見て何を探してきた自分の声がただ響く幾千万の星の中で惹かれて出会った守り手たちよ回る回る時の輪の中で自分の弱さ強さの先に同じ空誰かが見上げてるそう信じて消されない虹の奇跡が届けと冷たい指で涙拭ったあの日にはもう帰れない水平線目指して飛び立つ自分の願いを抱いて幾千万の星に呼ばれ交わりすれ違う守り手たちよ回る回る時に抗って未来を願ってもいいですか儚さから目をそらしたぐり寄せる道の兆しの向こうかける希望あなたの光あなたの命いたずらに知らさないようにそっとくれた記憶胸に熱く灯し約束の地へもう繰り返らずに恋願う歌は空高く世界に銀河に広がってくそれがいつか風となり消えて新たな日が始まる越えてゆく 星に瞬きを伝えて守るものがあるからきっと強くなれる語るべき言葉なくした星の守りでは時の果て夢の果て闇に立ちすくんだ風を呼んでみたんだ空に向けて誰かを呼んでみたんだ光求めたソリチュードかすかなレゾナンス確かに届くロマンスそんな流れ星たちを抱き留めた明日が見えなくだって乗り越えなくちゃって奇跡の奇跡描き未来へつなぐ Growing High 心のフォトンが銀河にこぼれて道を強く照らす Burning Bright それぞれの思い秘めた星の守り手は空からの呼ぶ声に導かれた重ねる手と手には言葉なんかより伝わることがある熱い心通じ合った確かなレゾナ
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2025 Saito Combine Day 12, last game of the evening. It's going to be an actual factual draft. We're not going and grabbing any of these worlds drafts anymore. We did see some pretty solid performances come out on both sides, but ultimately Team B took both. So we'll see if Team A on some of their choices are able to come away with a victory. Again, victories, not a big deal here. This is not what we're worried about. There's no standings, no nothing. We're just worried about all of the players playing the best they possibly can, hoping that they will be chosen for the next round of the Saito Combine, which is, 10 players going to LA, playing in person.
Okay, and we have the draft on the screen as you can see. All right, let's see what we got right now. And
We got
best
Denethor Camille.
Ooh, what?
Okay, so everything's in order here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go pull the draft that they gave us. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do, DBZ. I'm gonna go band by band and pick by pick, and you're gonna commentate on the draft. All right.
All right.
Blue bans Gwen. Red
Yes.
bans Scion. Blue bans Nefiri. Red bans Azir. Blue bans Poppy. Red bans Wukong. Blue first picks Yunara.
Yeah, and that's very interesting to see because Yunara has sort of fallen out of favor with the nerfs that she got. Not like terribly,
She got buffed back.
It's a new patch. You're right. I'm behind one patch. Am I insane? The answer is yes. So she just got buffed this patch. I completely forgot. And then the really spicy picks, I have to say, are the Vi and the Mbessa coming in as the response.
You're supposed to not look. I'm supposed to just go pick by pick. All right, so don't look again. Don't look again. It is the next two picks. You know, I was going to give you that. And then you were supposed to, whatever. We have everything on the screen now. So for reference, it goes Yunara, and then red response Vi and Mbessa. Blue side goes Camille and Zhao. Red side goes Kaisa. Second half of bans. Braum, Lulu for red. Talia, Aurora for blue. Then we have Rakan on red. And then Renata Rise. Really love that. And then Morgana is the last pick in the mid lane.
Yes, and Morgana mid has been kind of a demon recently as of well. I've seen it throughout all ranks pretty much. Even in one of the games yesterday that I casted, I saw her as well. I've been seeing it in Challenger solo queue games. So people have remembered that Morgana is a really good champion and really fun and obnoxious to play against. That Black Shield is going to be huge rather for like the CC that's on the other side, because the hostile takeover can be denied with the Black Shield. The Rise anything denied with the Black Shield. Well, it's pretty easy to break with Rise, but still, that champion can provide a lot of value. And the stun, or the snare rather, you're not moving for 2.5 seconds.
Nope. If you're Renata, you're instantly dead, by the way. But all these champions just kind of want to walk forward, right? So any binding that you can get is so good. If you elect to go Rylai's, I know it hasn't really been a popular choice, but even your Tormented Soil will slow them up and cause a lot of problems. But it's such a good pick into Rise, because once you put 3 points in that E, you're able to go drop the pool on the wave and walk away essentially. And you are getting that first move on Rise. And if you're committed to your move, you will get there before he can realm warp in.
Yeah, and the amount of map movement I think is going to be really crucial this game, especially because Denethor loves to play like carry top laners like Camille, Gnar, one of his signature champions as well, and I don't okay. So when we did OQs, I don't think Denethor played Camille, but did play Gnar in the game. That
he was not allowed to play Camille. Denethor came up as a Camille one trick.
Permabanned.
I remember casting his first competitive games years ago on Tempest Gaming. And I mean, this guy has grown so much since then that he doesn't need to lean on it. But it's always a treat when you get to see Denethor Camille come out. Again, this is how he got to Challenger. He was a one trick on this champion, so proficient at it, would actively pick it into Renekton, even though it's a counter matchup. And he'd just say, I just know the matchup better than them. I'll beat them anyway. And he did.
Really good player. I'm excited to see it. Denethor, once again, we're probably gonna highlight this Camille pick a lot as the game goes on. If it wasn't gonna be this, in my head, actually, I was mentally preparing for Denethor today too. I'm like, if we get to see the Gnar in game 3, I'm gonna go sicko mode. But Camille is still sicko mode as well. But both of these comps kind of looking as of course I closed it, but oh, there it is. So looking at both these comps, like, you know, kind of side by side, I have to say, I honestly, in terms of execution, I favor Blues more, because Morgana is kind of heavily reliant on the Tormented Soil and the snare as well. So if that misses and the Black Shield gets broken pretty easily, if she doesn't have the ultimate or any kind of summoners to get her to safety, she kind of just dies, and Rise can just keep pumping out the damage just all day long. So that's kind of where I feel like it might fall flat, but I hope I'm wrong going into this third game.
It's really funny you mentioned that. I actually kind of favor red side here. However, I think the Renata Glass pick is the mirror breaker right now. Here's why. I think that there's a chance that this Kai'Sa ends up going cleanse. And if this Kai'Sa goes cleanse, then that means you do not have to Black Shield the Kai'Sa for the hostile takeover. You can Black Shield the Ambessa. And now Kai'Sa and Ambessa, your two strongest members, are still like alive, right? And they're able to free hit. I do think blue side is going to have some issues because Yunara, Camille, even the Rise are all champions that don't really want to be singled out, right? If you single out a Camille, she's not tanky. She can be bursted down. Now, Vi, you have plenty of time to, you know, go and use your hook shot on a wall and try to get away. But Ambessa, I mean, if you get caught by the public execution, you're getting caught by it. You're getting thrown up in the air, getting slammed down, and you might just instantly die. I do think there's some big worries there. But as you said, this blue side can make things happen. Xin Zhao, very good anti-dive with his ultimate. And again, this Renata bounty is going to have a very big game at DBZ. We have made it onto Summoner's Rift for our final game of the Cyto Combine tonight. Real quick, before we dig into the nitty-gritty, the Cyto Combine will continue throughout the week. Tomorrow, we will only have one block at 5 p.m. Pacific. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, with Gordo and Toki on the call. And then we're back to 2 blocks Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we'll have plenty of League of Legends action with the Cyto Combine.
Indeed. A little cheeky trade here. Xin Zhao really strong in this early game, and crucially getting that Raptor ward. Now, I hope that there would be a trade. Doesn't look like that Mixture is going to be able to get that. Really good presence from Array and Bounty to prevent that, so they will not be able to get that information. In fact, there is a very, very deep ward by the Wolves.
So as a matter of fact, lots of good vision, I have to say, for the side of Team B as of right now. Okay, well, that
There you
gets
go.
cleared.
It's gone.
Okay, never mind.
This is a good ward, but here's the thing. They're not going to know about that Wolves ward.
It's true. That's very, very true. I do see pings on it, so maybe they're aware.
Maybe they do know.
I think you're right, though. Maybe they don't know. But at the same time, very valuable. They'll still be able to get some information regardless, so they'll know where this Vi is. And that's very important, I would say. You make sure you have that information. Make sure you can track where this jungler is. Vi is really good at ganking, so obviously we don't want to lose a summoner to her, because that can be absolutely crucial, especially with this Rakan with good setup as well. Both of these teams making sure they have the information they need to go into this game. Trading a little bit, and I hope this isn't a boring early game.
Now, one thing to note is this Vi is going to get on this Wolves right now, so they are going to have full vision as Array and Bounty push for level 2. A Vi, one of those junglers that you just want to clear, get to level 6, and then start making your impact. And there is a big worry that when you don't have a strong lane to protect one of your sides of the jungle, you can be easily disrupted. I do wonder if we're going to see something like that happen because Aeon Crystal is on the Xin Zhao, right? He is going to be able to walk in if he wants, and Adam is going to be pushed in for the moment against Shochi. And you can already see, look at the pings going down, that Aeon Crystal pinged on the way to that red. That's the plan.
Yeah, absolutely. So they will have this move into the jungle as well. They are aware and pinging out that Rise is moving as well. We'll have to wait and see. There's lots of pings coming out right now up there on that top side, but it appears Directed Cam has decided we're going to stay down here, but it doesn't look like anything came out of it anyways. So a successful invade, I have to say, for Aeon there, getting a little bit of an advantage for themselves as well. Yeah, absolutely huge.
Yeah, you get to push this Vi off of hitting level 6 early. We can see they're jockeying for a smite over there. I don't actually know who's going to secure this. And
I think he got it.
It did go the way of Xin Zhao, but he did burn his flash for it and is now going after the Vi. Uses the blast plant. Meanwhile, trading in the top side, Denethor almost closing in on a kill. And that means that Calculus can't move. So if Cryro wants back in, he's gonna need his top laner to come over on low HP. It's gonna be really hard.
Looks like it might have been successful as well. We do get the respect from the Xin Zhao walking out of there. Granted, they can dive this if they wanted to.
Oh my god.
There could
this
be
is so
an
aggressive.
answer. I agree.
This is so aggressive. They pulled the wave. Got him on the flash knockup, but the shield is there.
Wow.
2 turret shots are going to hit Aeon Crystal, and now Cryro wants to go in. I mean, he is full HP, he's flashless, but he's just going to charge up 1 Q. They turn around, and they blow up Calculus. He could not calculate that one. And Cryro for the turnaround. No! He's stuffed by Aeon Crystal.
Oh my lordy. I 100% believe that Aeon took Triumph this game, so the Triumph proc gave him enough healing to survive from the Vi. 2 massive kills over to this Xin Zhao. Hyper accelerated. They're up over 1,000 gold right now as well. And we said it too, like, that was aggressive, but you know what? They made the play work in the end anyways.
Yeah, and now look at the pings. We're immediately going to attack this Vi again. You have Tunneler. This is what you have to do. You have to completely attack Vi, keep Vi off level 6 for as long as you can. And this is the problem when you draft Vi when your lanes are weak. This is typically why you see a lot of Vi misfortune. Obviously, misfortune has kind of fallen out of favor. Yes, the bot lane didn't really affect this here, but it's the same principle. You want to draft a strong laner to be able to protect your Vi, and you didn't have that in the top side. And Bessa's not as strong in the early game as she used to be, and Morgana is also not that strong in the early game. You cannot stop Shochi from moving in, and that allowed the 1v1 to happen for the Xin Zhao. That is absolutely massive. Now, we do have a dragon up. I don't know if we're actually going to see any action on it, but Bounty has to handshake away, make sure he burns his heal and his flash.
Okay. And I was watching that too as you were talking there. Like we're trying to proxy the wave, I think, as we're getting a realm warp top. Hold on a second.
He realm warped himself on the other side of the wall. That was really well done by Shochi. That ultimate by Denethor, the Hextech ultimatum, making sure the tower does not target him, and Denethor is off to the races.
Like you said too, just the realm warp over the wall. Dr. Calculus was just not aware that this play was coming. They might have pinged it out, but still, very successful play. Once again, Abessa has no flash, so they take advantage of that. They get a kill on to Denethor, 1-0 right now, 100 gold bounty. They took a tower plate as well, so more gold into this Camille. And we were talking right as this game was going. Denethor is very, very good at Camille, and if you get fed on one of your best champions, oh, it is going to be a fun time for us, not so much fun for Team A.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you can take a look at some of the CS differentials all around the map. Bot lane is even, but that's okay, right? If you're Team B, you're so fine with that, allowing your Inara to scale up. But the mid lane, there's a gap of 13 plus an assist. Like, Shoji was already able to make a move and make something happen, and that typically does not happen. Ryze is typically not the first one to be able to make the move. Adam just, doesn't have that wave clear right now. And then, of course, you see the jungle difference. It's very difficult for Kryra. He's going to have that level 6, but then where's the play?
And you have to think about too, like, what are the options that we can go for here? We can maybe try to make a little cheeky play mid, yeah, but you have to rely on Adam to hit a root, and assuming that lands, then you can kind of full send it. Bot lane is kind of in the middle here, but we're getting some push now from this side of Team B. Array and Bounty kind of pushing this in, kind of open up this first Drake. At least I assume we're opening up for this first Drake. That is the play that we are going for. We do see the Zin's out on it right now. Vi is in the area though, so with the respect there, will back off. That's a good call, I think, to make. Kind of just back off a little bit there, let your team kind of do their thing, let this bot lane keep doing what they're doing.
It's really interesting that Kryra was actually able to hit 6 before Aeon Crystal. That is a bit of a surprise. I don't really think that should have happened. I mean, you got the 2 kills, but you are not as ahead as you would think if you're Aeon Crystal. Now we're seeing Kryra start to move in here. He is going to be tracked. Aeon Crystal is going to be right behind him. Adam is going to have the first move. Rumwarp is not quite back up yet. Bounty going to be targeted. What a handshake by Bounty.
Wow. That was clean. I saw like 1.5 million pings too. I think they're aware that Vi is in the area, but they're still going to walk up.
No, they're not. And they're going to find out the hard way. Bounty could be in trouble as Kryra will end up backing off. He gets hand shook down to half HP. A good defense here from Bounty and Array.
So I saw them ping it like 3 times that they were up there.
Oh, no,
we're realm warping top.
Yep, and guess what? Denethor's got his ultimate. He starts tanking the turret, and he wipes the aggro away and gets yet another.
But there is a trade on the other side. That's the good news. The Mountain Drake is currently being taken by the side of Team A, and I think that's a good consolation prize. I think Dr. Calculus is going to be weak side this game anyways, with how well that Denethor has been playing and how well they've been abusing this flashless Ambessa. She does have flash now. She also has access to the ultimate, so I think next play that should come in handy. On the other side of that, we do have the Void Grubs being taken right now by the Xin Zhao. So overall, I think Team B have a really good tempo in this third game.
Those scrubs are going to be so good for Denethor. We didn't really get a chance to talk about that. I mean, already this Ambessa is not going to be able to stand up to him, down about 30 CS, down 2 kills. We already have a Trinity Force pre-10 minutes. I mean, this is going to be really bad. And once again, Kryra getting attacked in this topside jungle because Adam had to back. Now he's teleporting in, but Shoji is just stronger right now.
We're getting TP from Adam. Adam was not there, so the risk of a play was there, but I think Team B decided, we're ahead. Let's not do anything silly right now. Kind of keep farming it up, keep this prio going, clear out some of these wards. As you can see, we're pathing down towards the bottom lane right now, and we don't have the realm warp yet. It's about halfway off cooldown, but Shochi here gonna get the phase rush, walk out. But I have a question for you, Yanni.
I might have an answer.
So with the way that Denethor is playing this Camille, do you think we might either leave Denethor alone for a little bit until Ambessa gets back and get some items going, or do you think they're just going to completely sack top lane and try to get pressure elsewhere?
What I really think that they missed a window. Their window would have been to get mobility and mixture up to the top side for those grubs, and use Kryra's ultimate to get to Denethor. Remember we talked about earlier that Denethor will have an opportunity to use his ultimate or his shot to get away. teleport bottom. Dueling teleports. There's a hostile takeover. It's not going to hit anybody. Now we're quickly going to have a 3v5, but a teleport from behind.
Oh, the handshake missed.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's coming off the top rope. No, Exhaust ain't going to do it, buddy. And now Denethor is well and fully in. That was an ultimate out of Adam, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Public execution. They throw everything onto a Ray.
Oh, he's alive.
Ray stands tall. Mobility will finish him off, but he's gonna give his life for it. It's a triple kill for Denethor as Calculus desperately trying to get away. He uses his flash and they turn it around onto Shochi. It's a 3v2, and you know Denethor wants this. He's just below half HP, but Aeon Crystal is full. A minion wave is getting stacked up. Calculus is either going to have to meet it or it's going to go into the turret and they're going to be able to dive. What's going to happen? Bounty trying to get it in. Adam and Calculus playing toward Bounty's side. Mixture is
Dr. Calculus TP'd in front of the tower for that, and then behind was Denethor. They just were not expecting the Camille to be there, and just 5-0 to Trinity Force.
is the play was go ult Denethor, and when he hops away, you can have your Rakan and your Kaisa follow because they have the movement abilities to be able to follow, right? You've got the Kaisa ultimate, you've got Rakan being able to battle dance around, but now I think he's just far too strong. I think if you go in 3v1, if he uses his ultimate properly, you're just gonna lose.
Yeah, it's a little doomed, I think, at this stage of the game. Once that Ravenous Hydra is done as well, that's going to be a lot of healing that this Camille is going to get. She's going to be so strong going into these later fights. We do have the next Drake up in 40 seconds time. Team A got the first one. We're keeping Camille on the bot side right now, so I'm assuming we're going to want to make a play with her down.
Looks like they will be able to find him. A big shutdown, but it goes over to the Vi.
I think that's fine, actually. I mean, Vi getting the gold there is not that bad. But overall, the grand scheme of things, I got to give props to Adam for holding the route as long as possible. But we're not done as of yet. The Xin Zhao is here, and Morgana on the side as well.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Adam revealed himself, and now he's on the backside in trouble trying to teleport out, and he will. Manages to get up to the top side, but while all that's going on, Shochi gets the first turn of the game.
First turn of the game secured as well. That on the map. Maybe.
All right. Ready? Good night. Oh, all right. We did not get them to jump off sides. We ran a delay game, unfortunately. 5-yard penalty on me.
Oh.
Rift Herald is up. This dragon is being done here by Aeon Crystal and friends. Team A knows that they cannot contest this.
I think they kind of just get this for free. Yeah, I mean, you have Camille down here, so you definitely don't want to fight that. Rift Herald is potentially available, but I think it's a little too late. That you just kind of have to fight here. Denethor doesn't have the ultimate, but went back bot side with your classic Camille split push. And I think from here we try to get a little bit of vision down, see what Team B wants to do, and then Team A has to kind of decide what they want to do from there.
We'll see what's going to happen. Denethor is going to get this solo turret, so he's going to have more gold coming into his back pocket. It's going to be very, very difficult for Team A to be able to deal with, honestly. It's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it is
pretty brutal. You gave homie his, it's not one trick anymore, but basically still his one trick. Still really good on this champion, as we can see. Probably gonna 1v1 the Imbessa, I imagine. We are a level up, so this is very, very doable. I like how Denethor is just like waiting. The patient one always wins, and they're going in on Dr. Calculus.
All right, well, Calculus is going to drop his ultimate, gets the backside, but Denethor just gets to follow him. It's kill number 6. I know Papa Pillscar in the chat is probably real happy right now. His son is putting on a show.
My God, just absolutely putting on a show this game. And the rest of the team, I have to say, is doing really well also. I mean, sure, Array is 0-1-3, but still up gold with the assist. Sure, Kaisa has a kill, but I believe with the assist, she's like a little bit ahead. They got a couple of plates in the bot lane as well. But once mobility comes online, I can foresee this being a different game, to be completely honest with you. Mixture being bullied out a little bit here. Has flash, but should be fine.
One thing to note about your point is, yeah, when mobility comes online, this game's going to be different, but Array is going to come online too. These are very similar champions in terms of pure raw output, right? And the problem is now as Team A, when you have to dive and you're diving into a melee, if it's not all on Denethor, it's going to be a problem. Aeon Crystal has damage. Shochi's not even at the peak of his powers yet. There are big worries over on the side of Team A. The siege on the top side is on. Nobody's going to be around to stop this. They're going to get the Herald too. Denethor once in on Calculus. Here's the Realm Warp with everybody and some minions. 3-man charm. Adam lands a root. Now he's got his ultimate down and he went spell immune, but everybody breaks the tether and manages to escape.
So there was a lot that, like, even though there wasn't a lot that happened, there was also a lot that happened. Do
it. There we go. He stays. Chunk damage, but that's it.
Do they go for this? I think they're going to keep fighting here. They're chasing. They want this.
I think this is fine. Chase here, but they're going to turn immediately onto the Vi because they had no idea that Aeon Crystal was there. Kyra gives his life for nothing.
We were like, yeah, we like this, the chase, and then the second that the second the Vi got CC, and I'm like, never mind, I don't like this anymore, and it just gets absolutely blown up. They just weren't aware of members that were there, so a little bit of an over chase, but real quick, like I was saying, while that top lane tier 2 was falling, the Rift Herald was being done. Now mobility, I think, got solo gold on the bot side of the map from the bot tier 1, so a little bit of a plus, but they're still down 5,000 gold. The next Drake is in 1:35, so from here, Team A, this one, it's their game to try to come back and claw back into this.
It's going to be very, very difficult, especially since they're down, what, 5,500 gold. It's only going to get worse. This dragon is coming up in 1 minute and 17 seconds, but the big problem is this Otacon that's going to be up in less than a minute. This is going to be a big problem point. We're going to see a Rift Herald moved in the mid lane. Shochi coming from the opposing jungle. There's just no control for Team A. They have absolutely nothing. Bounty is going to suit up, get in the robot. Shinji goes in and gets the crash and gets good damage in. His turret's going to fall as well.
Really good here, pressing down the whole entirety of mid lane, getting both towers there. You don't have bot tier 1 either to fall back to, so this jungle is really not in the control of Team A like at all. We have 32 seconds until the next dragon. We're stealing jungle camps away. Just steal some more resources, steal some more gold away so they can't have an avenue to come back. The gold lead is now almost 6,000 or 7,000 rather. Math is hard. Nope, 6,000. I was right. Math is hard. Ignore me. Math is very, very hard. But we have the Drake up in 15. We have Vi on a really long flank, so wondering what the game plan here is with that. I can foresee
he's just inspired. He's just inspired.
No, fair enough. Just inspired.
If you know, you know.
I like inspired.
If you know, you know. If you watched game 1 of Fly versus CFO, you saw that Inspired did everything he could to bring his team back in the game after he kind of made the game impossible to play. Let's see if he's able to do it this time, inhabiting the body of Kryra. But Rise has spotted him out and shoved him off, 4,000 HP and dropping. Flashes in blindly, targets out Array, and it's a 1-for-1. Mobility, though, he just doesn't have the HP. Make sure with the knock-up on the backside, it's a 3v3 as Otacon shredded all those guys, but they find another kill. It's Shochi picking up a double kill. It's a 3v2, everybody recalling over on the side of Team B.
And you know what? The long flank paid
off. We got the kill onto Array. We killed Bounty as well. I don't think Bounty had time to get the bailout out from there either. So just really good heads up play for the side of Team A. And I think one of us mentioned that, like, if they want to go for something on Team A, they have to kind of make a cheeky play like that. And honestly, that's a cheeky play. It stops the Otacon. However, they now have to come down for this Dragon, and a lot of their ultimates are not going to be available for this. So I would imagine that we're probably going to give this up. It is just one Cloud Drake if they want to give it up. Or other than that, we might be in for another fight coming in the next few moments here, but it looks like we're just going to farm it out and let them have this Drake. Oh, we're pausing.
Yeah, if you're Team A, you definitely need to let them have the Dragon, but that you need to make sure that you are fighting around that Otacon, because you saw what it did in that fight. The Otacon Shred did so much to Team B. That's why they were able to get these kills, and that's why they were able to, you know, get good damage onto Aeon Crystal, onto Denethor, onto Shochi, right? And they could not continue that fight because, you know, if you're fighting without that Shred, I mean, these guys are, you know, thick enough to be able to survive it, right? Rise is on his 2 items now and does have those upgraded Merc Treads. So he's getting that extra magic damage shield. Remember, that helps out against the Kaisa as well. It's going to be so hard to cut through this guy. They're down 6,300 gold. They just need to find a way to stop the bleeding, and I honestly, even if they stretch this game out very far, DBZ, I don't know if it's positive.
It's going to be really, really hard, I think, especially with how far ahead this top lane is. This Mbessa has been kind of quiet the entirety of this game, and to her credit, I mean, you're playing up against someone who's really good at Camille, so that's not entirely their fault. They were bullied with no flash for like a solid 3 straight minutes, so I understand like how this ended up the way it did. Like, even to the point where Array is walking forward at Mbessa right now, that's not exactly something you'd see normally, is a Yunara walking up at an Mbessa. The Shochi here, like you said, also really beefy as well, doing a lot of damage.
Oh my goodness.
God.
He just 1v1 Cryra, and Denethor just comes in to steal the kill. There's a hostile takeover that, frankly, did not need to be used. Bounty also lost his flash for it. Means the Cloud Drake is down. Now Otacon's going to be next. No hostile takeover. If I'm Team A, I am still trying to make this play 5v4. But with Calculus backing, it looks like that will not be the case.
Doesn't look like it, so it should be just the Otacon for free. Wow. Okay, but at the same time, I understand it. Jungler's not alive. It's really not worth dying over it. We already know we're 7,000 gold behind. We just lost the second Drake as well. And from here, it's kind of full steam ahead for the side of Team B. They get the Otacon. They're feeling really good about where they are, and they're in a commanding position in this game. 23 minutes in, 7,000 gold ahead.
Hear me out, DBZ. Hear me out.
Okay.
I think they needed to go and fight that Otacon even without their jungler, because I don't think you're going to find another way back in this game now. The reason why you fight the Otacon there is because Otacon acts like a 5th champion when they start it and you have it. And it shreds them. It's much like Baron, except it moves around and keeps that shred on for a lot longer. That's why I think they needed a fight. I think a lot of teams say to themselves, oh, we'll wait, right? Or we can take the next fight. But things happen like this.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's
Mobility is still alive. Mixture saves the debt. Nope, never mind. Arga Ruin killed him. Over the wall comes Calculus, but it's going to be a double kill picked up by Array. And like I said, things like this happen.
Okay. You were right. You know, that might have been the time, because they just kind of realm warp, send it into mobility there, getting a double kill at the end of that play. This should open up the bot lane tier 2. Mid lane inhibitor tower might fall. It looks like it should, actually. Without the bottom lane here, and this Morgana can't really walk up. She can't clear the wave. So they just kind of get this for free. And I think with 43 seconds left on the Baron, getting mid lane prio is crucial here. This also sets up them to take the Baron later. But we have a Vi flank again.
Cryra channeling his inner inspired here, but Mixture already loses everything. And guess who's there to stop him? It's Xin Zhao. There's that hostile takeover. It's damn well hostile. Calculus is going to lose his side of the fight. Turret going to fall. Inhibitor exposed. Adam is dead. It's a double kill for Array. And Team B steamroll this game.
It seems like they might just win here. 12,000 gold. We do have a well, we had a mid lane, but we have a top lane right now. Ryze is TPing back. They want to end this game right here, right now, without Baron.
Day 12, the Sido Combine is going to end with Team B winning every single game. This one, the most wide of margins, as it's a 19-5 final kill score. It is a 13,000 gold difference.
Oh yeah. And Team A won game 1, but Team B won 2 games. So blue side won the day out. That part you're right. Blue
That
side
is
did
true.
win the day out.
That is true.
Yes.
It might just be a blue side diff, DBZ. DBZ,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
obviously that game, not really too much to talk about. So I want to ask you, who particularly impressed you today?
Overall? Oh my.
Well, it could be in various games too, you know?
So in game 1, I would have to say honestly Dr. Calculus on the horn in game 1. I thought they did really well. It was rough into a rumble, but they kind of stabilized as the game went on. I guess I'd give it to Dr. Calculus and Mobility actually for game 1. Mobility on the Caitlyn getting all those shutdowns just absolutely helped turn the game around. Game 2, Array, because they just played out of their mind on Caitlyn. And in game 3, it's not fair to give it to Denethor because he got his one trick.
This is true. This is true.
I'd probably give it to. I'm gonna give it to Aeon. Actually, that's who I'm gonna give it to.
Okay. You know what? I like that. I think he had a very solid game for himself in that third game specifically. I think out of everybody today, I was just really impressed by Array throughout all the games. I mean, all that Ezreal, he, you know, even though they lost that first game, he really had a profound impact on that game, performed well individually. And then, of course, he had that great Caitlyn game from start to finish. Kind of got a hand of that curl early, but his positioning was really good. I saw him dodge out on a couple of good tempered fates. Also having to deal with a Jarvan in that game is very tough. So he was the one who really impressed me a lot. Obviously, this third game, you know, there's not too much to say. It was a Denethor Camille show, but
Yeah.
I do want to shout out Aeon Crystal as well for this game, and also Shochi. Shochi's realm warps were fantastic this game. Every single one of them were pixel perfect, where he would just stand on the edge and it would allow him to realm warp out of vision, like the one that he did up top, where he realm warps out of vision, but then puts himself over that wall so that he doesn't have to walk around. It's picture perfect, as you said. Chef's kiss. Big shout outs to those guys. DBZ Freak, before we take it away, any final thoughts about today's games?
Lots of fun games. We saw the KT draft win both games, so I guess KT did something right in games 1 and 2. We'll see if they do
They're
it
in the
right tonight.
quarterfinals.
As a matter of fact, that's true. They play CFO tonight. In my brain, I want them to lose, but my heart says they're gonna win. So we'll see what happens.
Oh no, I
But
picked CFO to win.
yeah, I picked KT to win. That's how
Reasonable.
it is. But
Reasonable.
overall, my final thoughts: lots of fun games, lots of good things. I think from both sides, from both teams, particularly in first game 1 and game 2. Game 3 was kind of a mollywop from minute 2. We saw the invade coming through. It was just unlucky for Krya, and just Aeon and just had their number the whole game. But it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to do this. It was awesome. I want to do it again.
Well, you are going to have the opportunity to, because you are scheduled for later in the week. We have a full week of Sido Combine games. Tomorrow, only one block. It'll be casted by Gordo and Toki. And then again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 blocks all day, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific. That is 4 p.m. Eastern time. Keep in mind that Sunday, we have the clocks. We have daylight savings on Sunday. So keep that in
we
mind.
do?
Yes, we do. So keep that in mind for your time changes, your necessary time changes. You know, you'll find out. I'm sure you'll figure it out yourself if you want to be here, but we will be here the entire week. That will do it for us here tonight. For myself, for my co-caster DBZ Freak, for Cicerus behind the glass, and the rest of the Sido Combine production family, we want to thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We hope to see you tomorrow for some more Sido Combine action.